So we've got this HR12 here with some problems. I think there's something to do with the canvas fault, so we're gonna try to look at it and see what's happening. So there's no information on it, but oh, look at this. This should be fuse box. And look at this tracker there. What's that? There was some canvas faults with it, so at the moment I have no error codes, and I will try to operate this machine and see what's gonna happen. It's not looking great. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the canvas scanning. So I'm gonna use the scanner. I'm gonna scan the canvas system and gonna try to see if I can generate some error frames in it. I will do with this device. As you can see, the error message is scanning. Batteries. We have 100% state of charge, voltage 49. Okay, so scanning error frames, and I will try to operate the machine from the ground controls to start with and see if it's gonna do something on the error counter. So not a big deal, got one error. Try to just go around the wiring and move the wires around and see if I can get that counter going up just by moving the wires. The one thing I kind of don't like, this truck unit is being exposed like that, so I think that could create definitely could create problems. But there's a tilt sensor here at the bottom. That tilt sensor there, you just can see, is working on a canvas. So I will just go through everything. I mean, it doesn't feel loose. So that seems to be okay. Yeah, so we'll just go around moving the wires and trying to trigger some faults. So the only way I was able to trigger the one fault is by going up and down on a boom. So I'll try that again, see if that's gonna go up. All right, so use the machine all the way up, down. It's no difference, still the same one error. So I think we're gonna go inside the chassis now. We'll take the covers off here and see what's there and if there is any problems inside. All right, so inside the chassis here, so it started the scanner again, and there is a drive controllers here and the pump controller right there. So I will go through all those wirings over there and I will try to see if I can generate some CAN errors by moving them, and we see from there. I don't see anything obvious here at the moment, so I'm gonna have to try to find the problem. So just open the fuse box here and look what we have inside. It was definitely flooded with the water and corrosion here, corrosion there, and ground fuse. Look at this ground fuse. I wonder how that's. I think that has been replaced. So yeah, I think it's not right. Okay, so I think what's gonna happen is that we losing the power supplies through the fuses here. Look, it's gonna be fine when it's dry, but when it's corroded, then we're gonna get the problems. Or when there's moisture in the area, there's gonna be problems here. So I think maybe that's the problem. Look, all these terminals, all these fuses, they're not looking good. I think it's been a while without a cover, so you should normally have a cover here with a seal around it, so it's nice and sealed and dried. But this seems like it has loads of moisture sitting on top of them for a long period of time. That's another interesting thing here. Look, that's connector sitting here at the front for the light, and this is actually made of metal. That's a metal cover, and look at these terminals. Look, what's that? Wonder how long would that work. Alright, so I looked here inside the chassis, and that seems to be quite nice. In terms of the connections on the batteries, they are pretty good. The battery seems to be alright, all reading stable voltage under the load. So all this thing seems to be okay. Cannot see too much troubles now, but yeah, I think what we're gonna have to do here is to get that fuse box replaced, because it's even worse. Look, if I remove this fuse here, better to switch the machine off first. Look at this state of the fuse. It's crazy. So if I replace that fuse, that's not gonna be enough, because the same thing has happened on the contacts there. So it's been exposed to the moisture for quite a long time. So I mean, someone put a tape on it, that helps, but I think it was a little too late. Yeah, so if that tape would be done as soon as the cover gone missing, then maybe it wouldn't be as bad. But now we have no cover, it's taped up, but tape is not gonna fix it. So I think we're gonna end up changing that fuse box, and then I think that should solve the problems. Because if you're starting to lose the power supply to devices, then it's gonna start creating the CAN bus faults as well. So I think that's all for now. Just noticed actually what this thing is here. See this bit of tape? I didn't realize it's actually a spare fuse holder. So for some reason we have a 5 amp spare fuse. I wonder if this is a fuse from this box, because this fuse looks like it's been replaced quite a few times. Or there is more to discover inside. Let's open this box. Loose wire. Look at this. Look at where this wire goes to. Not looking right. Okay. So I wonder. I see, that's I think. Yeah, I'm not sure about this here. That's our emergency switch, and they're taking the feed with all this from emergency switch, and our Alright, so taking ground. So what they do actually, they're taking ground from here on the blue-black wire. Positive goes from emergency switch through this fuse. See what size fuse is there. Okay, and then has a 5 amp fuse, which seems to be alright. Not sure what that is or where it's meant to be, but it's not connected. The single wire goes here. Yeah, I wonder if this is one of those connectors that goes all the way down to that thing there that potentially can short out the circuit. So it actually can short out the emergency stop and then cause the troubles here. Alright, so assemble that. I want to find out what that fuse is feeding. So I think it's the same fuse. This one here looks the same type of fuse, so just going by that, and this looks quite new. So I wonder what that is feeding, just out of interest to see where the problems could be. Alright, so what I found out, fuse actually shouldn't be 5 amp, should be 2 amp fuse, and that's the fuse for the tracker. So they may have the problems with the truck unit or something, I don't know. But yeah, for now I think that's definitely it, and then we're gonna have to come back and do the fuse box and continue from there, I guess. Because at the moment everything seems to be working fine, but I think when there is a more moisture in the air, or when the machine gets in a tunnel, then that problem starts.